And good afternoon. This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. It is time now for the Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, overtime game for week 7 between IC and Wheaton Academy. This is going to be the video for IC, the season so far, and I'm going to go over the roster too. They are currently now 5-1. They basically had a great win over Riverside Brookfield, putting them on top of the conference, looking great. Still deep roster, 3A champions from last year, beat Carlinsville. The Carlinsville Cavaliers, but yes. So let's start with the season so far for IC. They beat Bishop Mack handily. Great game by IC against Bishop Mack. Unbelievable game. The running game was unbelievable, on target, everything else. Now, their second game was sort of a surprise. They lost to St. Lawrence. And please do understand, people that are watching this video, I do not acknowledge personnel injuries or players' injuries. Those are minors. I do not acknowledge them. I'm putting that as a warning. Okay. St. Lawrence loses. Elmwood Park win. Chicago Christian win. St. Edward win. And then Riverside Brookfield win. So they're looking good. And after the Wheaton Academy game, Glenbard South, which is going to be a very tough game, the week after, that's going to be I'd probably say, yeah, Glenbard South is going to be a tough game. Fenton, they finish up with Fenton. IC's looking good. They are the best team in 3A. No questions about it. But I do believe that Williamsville, Unity, Tolino, St. Teresa from Decatur, they just moved up to 3A. I think those are going to be some interesting teams that could go after IC. Also, you could take a look. You could take a little bit of look at again a Wilmington. They're still strong in the 3A. But it's going to be an interesting thing in 3A playoffs. But I'm not going to talk about playoffs. I'm going to talk about IC. They're doing a great season. They're having a great season. Unbelievable season. The running backs, great. Sanders at quarterback, hell of a job. Hell of a job. He's doing a good job. And the other Sanders, the Sanders brother, great player. Just got an offer from Iowa State a couple months ago. Just doing a good job too. The big questions were, how were they going to replace Jordan Rowell? And me personally, I was really interested in how they were going to replace Keenley, because I thought Keenley was a huge piece of that championship team last year. Keenley was the motivation and a very good leader for that team, and a great kid who's now going on to Navy. But I thought it was going to be very interesting to see how IC was going to do this season, especially with Keenley being gone, and Sutton too graduated too. It was going to be interesting. So let's go over the team now, shall we? All right. Rico Ben, hell of a quarterback, hell of a safety, does a great job. One of the best leaders in the state of Illinois. Huge respect for him. Lazarus Eatman, running back, hell of a great job. Hell of a running back. Great replacement for Jordan Rowell. Is definitely an unseen talent at running back in the state of Illinois. Keep a close eye on him, coaches. Khalili Sanders and Khalil Sanders. Khalili Sanders, great outside linebacker, great offensive player, does a hell of a job. And not only this, and I'm going to say this again, these IC kids, huge character kids, great character kids. What Coach Kraft does for that team is unbelievable. What that coaching staff does with those kids is unbelievable. One of the better coaching staffs in the state of Illinois, because there's a lot of volunteer coaches that help out with that team, and they do a great job of doing it. They take a little bit of their time every day on practice, from work to coach these kids. And my hat's off to those coaches. They do a hell of a job, those IC coaches, from Cagliano, Keenley. I'm forgetting a bunch of other names. The offensive coordinator, um, of course, Kraft, that offensive thing. Illinois football guy, Matt Bowen. I have to say Illinois football guy, Matt Bowen, because if I don't, I'll be struck down with lightning. But yeah, those are the coaches that, all of those coaches, they got one of the largest coaching staffs that I've ever seen. But they do a great job. And those kids are just great kids, good character kids. Simple as that. Motivated by the team, for the team. No selfish player on that team. Just unbelievable. All right, let's go over some of the more players. Ricky, I'm not even going to miss. I'm going to miss. He's a hell of a player. Hell of a defensive lineman, hell of an offensive lineman. Keep a close eye on him. Michael Johnson, defensive tackle. Keep another close eye on him too. Kamon Reese, one of the top linebackers that I really do like. Jacob Lydon, who I just saw today. I'm completely impressed by the kid. Tough nosed kid. Uh, Especially his ability to run with the ball is unbelievable. Ryan Keeley, little Keeley, kid to look out for. My guy, Kobe Reed. I'm going to say it again. Keep a close eye out for Kobe Reed. I'm going to say it again. Tough nosed kid. You got to love the kid's motor. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to say about it. He's a hell of a defensive tackle. Keep a very close eye on him. Daniel Gibbons. I'm trying to look for one player. Dylan Packer. There's one guy that I'm missing. He's a freshman running back. I'm trying to find him. He's a freshman running back. He's gonna be the heir to the IC running back future for IC. He's a freshman. You need to keep an eye out for this kid. I'm missing this kid's name. I'll check it out right here. He's a freshman running back. He had a hell of a run against Riverside Brookfield Friday. Where is he? Kyle Franklin. Freshman running back. Keep an eye out for him from IC football. He had a hell of a run against Riverside Brookfield. Doesn't give up. Small little shifty kid. Probably will grow a little bit taller, but he is a hell of a running back. Keep an eye out for him. Kyle Franklin. And that IC running back core is unbelievable. That IC linebacker core is unbelievable. And those IC defensive backs train very, very well. I'm going to say his name again. Illinois football guy Matt Bowen does a hell of a job with those defensive backs. They do a great job. And Kel Cogno does an okay job with the linebackers. He's okay, I guess. But yeah, they do a good job. It's an unbelievable team. Stacked. They're going to go on for a second run. We'll see what happens. But the kids, unbelievable kids. And like I said, not that I talk about the talent too, but great grades, hell of a character. There's nothing more that you can ask from these kids. One of the better, I consider IC with all with the history of IC. I've always considered IC a hell of a school, and this is just another thing on the cake. IC, great football program and what they do with their kids, unbelievable. Just like other schools, but IC does. It's a small high school, very small, and people need to understand it. It's a small high school. A lot of people think, oh, they're a huge high school. They have all these kids. That's not the case. I forgot how much it is, but I think it's like under 400, under 500, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a small high school, very, very, very small high school, and people need to understand that. There's a lot of how do you say, BS being perpetrated about IC, which is completely untrue. Completely untrue. IC does a great job from academics to the football to everything. All the intangibles, they do a great job. It's just a great program. It's a great program. Yes, they have some talent, but most of those players are just they buy into the system. They buy into Coach Kraft's system. They buy into IC system, and they do a hell of a job. And those kids, some are talented, some are going to go to D1, but most of them won't probably even play football in the college. But they want to be part of the team. There's no selfishness on the team, and that's a huge thing. Discipline, execution, team. Those are the principles for Kraft and that coaching staff and for that IC football team. And people need to recognize that. Don't put the old stereotypes of a private high school onto IC because it's not. Please understand that. Please understand it. They do a hell of a job from the ground up. Simple as that. And they got great players too, and also just a good, great character. That's all I'm going to say. So that's it for the IC team preview and the season so far. Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 7, overtime edition, Saturday afternoon at Wheaton Academy. It's going to be a great game. I will be there, 1 p.m. Keep it here for deepdishfootball.com. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, on Instagram too. Do some magic numbers and go through the game. Today's this Sunday, and a little bit after when I get, because I have another game to do, Deep Dish Football Game of the Week for Friday, but I will do all the stuff, pregame analysis and everything for IC versus Wheaton Academy, Week 7 IHSA season 2017. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.